We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Hello and welcome to the Collectable Past with two guineas, although there's one guinea here right now. Tommy will be in shortly. He had some power issues. Yeah, so I'm Vinnie Tarnamelli. You guys know me, the creator of Shadow of the Kraken, book that is completed, by the way. And yeah, I got my sample copies and they look beautiful. I'm just waiting for the main cover sample copy now. So once that's in, I can put the big order in. But you guys are here for toys, and we're going to be talking some toys. So let me say a quick hello to Lasso of Truth. What's up? I hope you're doing well tonight. We got Small Time Republic in the house. How we doing? Hold on. I want to just check real quick. Everything's firing up. All right. He should be on shortly, just so you guys know. But anyway, yeah, we're going to be talking some cool stuff. And I have some awesome figures that I put up this week. So yeah, well, we'll hit a few of them if you guys haven't seen them yet. They're pretty damn awesome. I had put up Supergirl, a couple other smaller figures, and then one I put up yesterday is pretty damn epic. So yeah, we'll be talking about all that stuff. So yeah, excellent stuff. How's everyone doing in the chat tonight? You guys doing good? What figures do you like the most? Do you like retro type stuff? Do you like more of the modern things? Let me know in the chat while we wait for Tommy to pop in, because I don't just want to start doing the toy, showing off some toys until he's in here, because it would be a little bit silly. He is the better half of this team, and this is his channel, so I don't want to start doing the toy stuff until he's here. But in the meantime, if you guys wanted to see really quickly, just a really cool campaign. Let me share my screen right now. Bam. So this is Shadow of the Kraken. This book is completed. So you guys haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I urge you guys to check it out. Maybe a little bit later, I'll put my camera on and I'll show you guys the sample that I got. I wasn't really expecting to do it tonight, to be honest. But if you guys want to crack at it, you want to see some of it, I can kind of thumb through the pages a little bit for you. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. So yeah, again, what do you guys? What are some of your favorite stuff? I know Lasso of Truth, she's been picking up some really cool stuff, like all the figures, past and present, fantastic. What's some of the stuff that you're actually looking for, like coming out this year? Are you a fan of like the NECA stuff? Because for me personally, I'm still looking for like the gargoyle figures. I still haven't seen them in stores yet, although I know the pre-orders are out for a few of them and some hit stores, but those scalpers, they already jumped all over it, those sons of bitches. So yeah, man, Curtis, I like them all. Excellent. Yeah, I know like the bigger figures a little bit on the pricey end, so like I've been cutting back big time. The ones you're going to be seeing tonight that I show off, the one specifically that I put up yesterday, that one, I had pre-ordered him about 1.5 years ago, and I had paid for him fully back then, which I'm glad that I did, because yeah, things a little bit tight right now. But because everything's going to be, like I said, I don't touch any of the money from these campaigns. This is just for fulfillment. So yeah, rest assured, you guys are going to get your books, and I can't wait I cannot wait for you guys to see this and read it for yourselves. But like I said, I was going to talk about this just for a little bit until Tommy comes in. Again, he was having some internet issues, power stuff flickering on and off. Chris, buddy, if you're around and you want to pop in, please do. I think Tommy had sent you a message as well about tonight a little bit earlier. But yeah, so Papa Cotton's in the house as well. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. I know one of my reviews, somebody already wrote me and said that they ordered one of the items that I had reviewed because they were just so blown away by it, which is pretty cool. So I don't know. Maybe I could jump the gun and just show. I could show like the smaller. 1 second, I'm just pulling it up. What I have up here? Yeah, I had 2 smaller reviews that I could kind of show. One didn't get that much traction at all, but we could go over that. Oh, here's Tommy. How you doing, brother?
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the power blinked just as I was getting ready to hit. Maybe go live, and I was like, I should probably already hit live, and I was waiting, and I was like, I'll just wait another minute, and then the power went out. Then it took forever for everything to come back up. I mean, not only did it take forever for the internet to come back up, but every time this damn computer, which is it's not even a year old, every time it restarts, it takes forever for me to be able to open pages initially. Like it took 2 minutes to open StreamYards.
Yeah. Damn it. You got to upgrade that pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get a new computer. I mean, like I said, I only bought it a year ago, and it's already freaking crashing and falling apart. You know what? Dell, you suck.
Yeah, dude, I'm not getting a Dell.
I would highly recommend people stay away from Dell. They just ain't what they used to be. You know, I really should have known that the writing was on the wall after seeing how bad they freaking tanked Alienware once they acquired it.
Wow. Well, same thing happened to, what was it, HP computers. Like, they used to be my go-to. Those things were built like tanks. I had one that lasted like about 8 or 9 years until the motherboard eventually fried. But
I know those things were amazing. They were great, and they were so easy to upgrade too.
They were. And then
thank you, Lasso of Truth. Welcome to your show, Tommy. I appreciate that. The guinea pigs are late, but we are here. Curtis, good to see you, Curtis. I hope you're doing well, man. It's been a while. TWTG content. What is up, Krish? Good to see you guys. I know everybody else you probably already got to in the chat, but I've seen people mentioning me. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm very funny.
welcome.
Remember when it took 10 minutes to get online? Yeah, and you got the old beep, beep, beep. Is that my internet, or are they picking up the garbage?
A little bit of both. There's a lot of garbage on the internet. Oh, shit.
I bought a Dell Alienware Aurora, and it was so poorly designed that I had to gut it and rebuild a completely new computer just to make sure it didn't overheat. Garbage. Wow. Captain Trek, what's going on? And congrats to Captain Trek. He also just recently passed that 700 freaking number.
Oh, that's amazing, man. Fantastic.
Doing good. Awesome. Did you already hit into a topic yet, or just
No, I was gonna show one now. I mean, it was like
go for it.
Yeah, it was a lesser one, but I might as well, because I did about, what I do, 4 of them this week. So I'll show 2 of the smaller ones, and then we'll get into the bigger ones. So
awesome.
Share screen. And, we don't need audio on this. I'll just talk over it. So as promised, I was doing those the reviews on the Marvel Legends stuff. So this was the Gamerverse version of Miles Morales Spider-Man, and it's a pretty cool figure. I know the Gamerverse stuff, they do like 1 or 2 of them a year, and this one's based off of the PS4 and PS5 game, which again, that game was essentially just supposed to be like a downloadable game from the actual Spider-Man game, like one of those kind of side quests, and they built it up a little bit more and released it by itself. But regardless, this is a cool figure, and he's a little bit more grown up than the comic book version in the games. So I'd say maybe late teens, early 20s ish, somewhere around there. I didn't play the game myself. I remember he was actually in He was in like 2 segments in the Spider-Man game, and at the end you find out, like, they show that he's got the powers and all that. But yeah, he's about the same height and everything as Peter, maybe just an inch or two smaller. So yeah, this is not Into the Spider-Verse. It's just off the game. But they did a brand new sculpt on this thing completely. There's nothing reused on him. So I thought that was pretty sweet. My only gripe, or the only downside to the figure, is right here, is this joint. I am not a fan of the kind of hinge joints like that. If it was more like a diaphragm, kind of that hula hoop action stuff, and then the hinge was lower, like with the black Spider-Man, the black suited Spider-Man that I reviewed, that's the way to go. This thing where you have that waist turn and then the hinge on top is crap. But other than that, this figure is pretty sweet. I really like the design on it. The paint job's fantastic. He comes with a bunch of accessories, an alternate head, a bunch of different hands. Like, normally they don't do that much for the Marvel Legends, so that was pretty cool.
Well, and I wonder, is that just them trying to put more articulation in there and not figuring out a way to make it look good on the figure?
That's a good question, because I know with the Spider-Man ones, they've been really stepping up. Even the black suited one that I reviewed, like, that was their big updated version with articulation, and now they went past that. Hasbro, I guess Hasbro Pulse or something, they had shown off that body, but they have extra joints. They put toe articulation into the Spider-Man figure that's coming out. It's like a 2-pack with Mary Jane. She was in a red and white costume, apparently one of the storylines.
Oh, Mary Jane, how many ounces are they giving? I couldn't milk that one.
That was a good one. But yeah, so in that one though, they removed like the pins, so it's like a seamless joint. So they upgraded that one yet again. So I'm surprised with this guy they skimped out on that diaphragm thing, because like the head articulation is so good on this thing. He's got that side to side pivot. He's got everything going for him. Arms are great, but I don't know if it's just maybe the design of the suit. They didn't want to maybe cut into that, because you can see he's got like that kind of, there's an extra pattern going down, like near the waist in that area. Maybe that's why they didn't want to break it up. I really don't know, but it was odd that they did this, because look, he's got a hunchback now. When you going backwards, not so bad, but going forward, the thing's got a hunchback every time they do that kind of stupid joint. So that was weird. And no drop down for the legs, because the Spider-Man figures have drop down joints to get extra range. So that's another interesting kind of take that they did. But I don't think you need that much with this guy. But yeah, that center part really needed that better joint, because ball joints, always go with ball joints. If you have an option, yeah, go for that. And the head, I don't know if this was an afterthought, because you could see all that gappage he had in the back of the neck.
Yeah, like they didn't hollow it out far enough for the neck to go into.
Well, you could slide it, but the thing is, when you do, it still looks odd. Like, now it looks like his face is protruding too much.
He looks like one of those people that have the rings around their neck.
Yeah, kinda. There's certain angles you could get it to work, but yeah, from the side you're gonna see that, if it's slid back the proper way, yeah, there's a lot of gappage. So that was a little bit weird that they did it. And I know some people who played the game, they were upset because they said this likeness isn't right. So I don't know. Again, for what it is, I don't mind. It's no big deal, because he's gonna be like this the entire time anyway when he's displayed. I'm not that crazy about unmasked heads. It's cool that they have the option in there if you want to take photos and stuff like that. But yeah, unless that likeness is truly amazing, yeah, if it's a masked figure, it's pretty much going to keep the mask on.
Chris, but, just keeping up the hatred.
Oh shit, that's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, you can get him into some great poses, and I'm happy they gave him like 4 sets of hands, so that was pretty cool. He's got the wall crawling ones, the web shooting ones, fist, and not Fisk, but fist, and that lightning touch thing that he does in the game. This was a little bit odd too, because they had to break up the sculpt of the spider. Like, that also gets really kind of looks retarded, from the back. Like, why did they do that? I don't know. They could have designed that better, but everything else on him looks great. you know, because he's got like that kind of raised designs all over, and the paint job is immaculate on that suit. So that was pretty cool too. I'll jump a little bit ahead so you can see him with some other figures. That's the PS4 Spidey. So they're essentially the same universe designs, although that's an SH Figure Arts Spider-Man, not a Marvel Legends, but they are in scale. And yeah, like I said, I want to start doing reviews on some of those figures because a few people, they've kind of been asking me too, because I mentioned that I have a bunch of SH Figure Arts, and like articulation's amazing. Although the joints look a lot different than what you're used to seeing in like Marvel Legends. And some of them are better, some of them not so great. Like his shoulder articulation is very weak. I don't know why they did what they did with him on that, but you could get him into amazing poses, but he does have some slight kind of weird limitations. So, but yeah, his accessories are fantastic. You know, and I like that they have that kind of, his fight stand was way better with the pole, the clear pole. This is just a shitty McFarlane one, but it does the job for the photos. So, and yeah, that's his lightning hand effect. I don't know if they call it the Venom touch. I forget, but it's pretty cool that they added that though. And I know that there is another version of this figure, which I believe is a GameStop exclusive, and he's all like translucent blue, because I guess he turns invisible in the game. So yeah, that was interesting that they did that. But I have not seen it myself, and it does not come with the Build-A-Wave figure part, the exclusive. It's just the figure himself with the alternate head and the alternate hands. Wait, come to think of it, I don't know if the alternate head comes with it, but all the hands come with them. So there you go. There's that dude. Yeah, he didn't get as many views, which is kind of weird because a lot of people love Miles, and I'm like, oh, okay, that was interesting. But
Translucent blue, electric boogaloo. What's going on, Gap Stargate? Thank you for sharing that out. Captain, I already said hi to Captain, but I seen Shadowhawk backs. Tommy, you made it.
Nice.
What's up, man?
Yeah, this
guys, remember to share the stream out. YouTube likes to play games with the algorithm. I'm sure the algorithm is going to show up at some point and tell me no, we're not.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, they took away like 15 of my subs. I checked the next day and I got them all back. I'm like, what the hell was that about?
Well, like anyway. I said, I always think the funniest thing with that is I get the emails. I get the emails literally telling me so-and-so sub to your channel, so-and-so sub to your channel, this person sub to your channel. I used to. And then I don't even see it on the subscriber count when I go to check my my YouTube studio. And what's going on, Tony at the Clown World Reviews? What's up,
Tony? Yeah, YouTube does whatever the hell they want, those sons of bitches. But yeah, this was what I was talking about with this figure. You can see like he has his hinges way low, and then he's got the diaphragm like hula hoop action up there. So that's why like that black suited one is so fantastic. But yeah, you can see like he's got, you can see he has like the pins. You can see the pins on that side. The new version that they're going to release is seamless, but it's the classic kind of costume, and it's a 2-pack with that Mary Jane figure. So, but I think he comes with an unmasked head as well. So, but I thought it was really interesting that they did that. They decided they were going to upgrade the body yet again after, you know, this just came out this year, and yeah, later in the year we're going to see another version that's more upgraded, and like basically they put like the hinge in the foot. So for a Spider-Man figure, I'm all for it. Other figures I don't really care that much, but for Spider-Man with the wall crawling poses you could do, that's pretty sweet that they're going to be doing that.
No, those are incredible looking figures. I mean, you know, it really is a shame that more companies are not paying attention. At least Hasbro has been. I will give it that. You know, lately I'm watching McFarlane just slip further and further down into the toilet. Mm-hmm. I was really excited to pick up some of the classic Batman figures like the Penguin, and I picked up Catwoman. Mm-hmm. And I was on further inspection. I haven't even done the review video for it yet for the channel, which will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. Yep. But holy crap, there were some really bad paint applications on that Catwoman, like horrendously bad.
Oh yeah, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Just from the box, just from looking at it from the box.
Yeah, just looking from the box. I didn't take it out of the package yet, so wow. I was like, wow, they were really just going downhill.
Yeah, see, I wasn't collecting that line, but if I was, like, I guess I was there the day that they put them out. They had about 6 or 7 of her, and some of them had amazing paint applications, and others looked like a sloppy mess. Like the eyebrow was like painted too high, or the lip was off. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Like I almost did, but again, with the limitation and articulation that it's basically those figures were meant just for packaging. That's why I was out. I would have gotten them because as a kid I love watching those the old Adam West versions. But yeah, McFarlane knows how to piss off people.
Yes, he does, and he does it so well.
Yep. I got a book called Spawn.
So one of the things I picked up, and this is not even like my main topic for what I'm showing for the show, but I actually picked up something on the side, and I was kind of curious to see how much they changed the design. So I went ahead and picked up the Legacy version of Galvatron.
The Lexi version?
Legacy.
Oh, Legacy. Okay, I need to check my ears.
It's okay. It happens. The one thing I will note it does look like they actually made that cannon smaller.
Yeah, that's good because the other one was dragging on the floor. Like he had my problem. Me and Drew have that problem.
But I mean, the artwork and everything looks pretty good for this box. I mean, I enjoy what they're doing here. I mean, it's a shame that you don't have a window to see what the figure looks like, but I had actually popped the top and was looking at the figure, and I'm not really sure how much different he is compared to the Kingdom version. It almost looks like it's the same damn figure. I'm hoping that the paint applications are different because if it's the same damn figure, I'm probably going to go. I'm going to go on a tangent.
This is what really upsets me with this thing now that they're doing, where you can't see the figure, because people could be buying these things, taking the figures out, and replacing it with, I don't know, a piece of celery. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, who the hell's gonna know? That's horrible. And then on top of that, like we've already seen these horror stories at Walmart. Like I've seen like Marvel Legends figures, and they replaced them with like a NECA toy or something, and they're back on the shelf. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But on top of that, because I see Marvel Legends is doing that now too. That new wave that's coming out later this year that I talked about, some of these Spider-Man ones. It's just that. It's just box artwork, and you can't see the figure. There's no window anymore. It's all cardboard. Like, what the hell is the point of that? What if the paint application's horrible on a figure? You know, how are you gonna know? You're not gonna be able to find out until you open it up. And then what about the people who just want to display them because they like how it looks with the nice window packaging? Now it's not. Now it's just cardboard garbage. I don't know. I think it's a stupid idea.
Didn't even show that comment. Which comment?
I don't know.
The Chris Fisk one?
The Clown World Review one.
Well, he's got a few.
Oh, see, he heard it too.
It's Legacy. I mean, not unless my internet's still acting wonky.
I don't know. Maybe skip that on part of the word.
Oh, see, and I did get something else. I got something older that I'll probably be doing as a toy break on going old school. But okay. I'll do a quick show off of them here.
Nice. Oh, dude, you found them?
The original, yeah, original 1983. Granted, he needs some paint application right there in the center of his head, maybe even a little bit of like a plastic cover up because it looks like it was chewed on. But he's got the original pull string, and yeah, I thought this was interesting. On the bottom, I don't know how well you could see that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to see that, but it actually doesn't say Mattel there. It says Filmation.
Oh wow!
And the Mattel is I'll get better when I do the toy break. But right here on the hat, it actually says Mattel. So it was kind of weird that because anybody that knows the show knows that Lou Scheimer actually created and voiced the character of Worko.
That's awesome.
That was completely his creation. So that was really cool that they gave him top billing on the bottom of the figure where you'd normally see the stamping. I thought that was interesting.
Nice. Did he get a cut?
I am not sure. I would think so if he's got Filmation on big letters underneath. I would think so.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Like when they do that. But yeah, I have 3 other pieces I could show as well, just so you know.
What, you got a couple small pieces?
Say that again. You roboted for a minute.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's this internet. What do you have? A couple of smaller items?
I have the She-Hulk figure,
Okay.
the Supergirl, and then the one I put up yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, run with one of them. Then we'll do a toy break. I'll go into mine, and then you can go in your last topic.
Excellent.
Your dealer's choice.
All right, excellent. Hold on. I'm gonna click on this. All right. Let me.
No, Chris, you actually pull the ring. Well, you're going to have to wait till Monday to see it. How do you like that?
You son of a bitch. Let me jump a little bit here. Yeah, so this is the She-Hulk figure. This thing was pretty damn sweet. I ended up getting this one off of Amazon because I've never seen this one in the stores. And the price was pretty decent too for what it was. But this thing has been sitting for months. I've been kind of, again, I had no time to do the review, but I finally did. I finally made time for it this week. And yeah, so it has some Dale Keown artwork on the packaging. He used to do amazing stuff on the whole comic books, and his character Pitt. He did a bunch of like Darkness stuff at Top Cow as well. But yeah, Dale always did just beautiful work. But yeah, this figure is amazing. I was truly impressed with this thing because the first release of her was like that kind of grayish skin tone with like one or two like cracks of green coming through. It was a really stupid storyline that they had in the comic books, but the sculpt was really nice. So I'm happy that they actually did like the proper, the proper colors on her. And on top of that, they gave her like a regular calm face as well. So this face that you see here is the version that was on that gray one, which it's still really nice. It's a beautiful sculpt. The good kind of angry She-Hulk version that they did, her yelling or whatever. But I'm happy that they gave it more female proportions, and they just, it was closer to the John Byrne kind of feel with the body. That's what I loved about this figure. So she has some guns, but they're not massive. They're not like men. It's just big enough that it worked, like one of those fitness kind of models. Because that's what I think John Byrne was pretty much doing when he was working on the book. But she has, feminine figure, That's something that, again, McFarlane likes to, it's too sexy, don't do it. Boys will be serial killers. Todd's quotes. So, but anyway, I'm glad that Marvel Legends has the balls to still release proper figures, and yeah, they're not afraid to do it. So good for them. But yeah, this was really cool. So it's as if she just transformed. That's why it's all shredded. But yeah, like I said, the paint application is fantastic on this. And they gave her like that kind of almost like yellow glowing kind of paint job on the eyes, which is, again, that's killer. I'm happy that
it's very reminiscent of the old TV show.
Yeah, a little bit of that too, for sure. Like the wash in the hair is fantastic. Like it works. It has everything you need in there. And the comm head, like they gave her actually like a nicer kind of green paint job in the eyes. They didn't do the yellow. So that was pretty cool and interesting that they had done that. She came with the alternate hands, which is great. So you got clobbering time hands, or you have the open one, so that's good. But yeah, you can look how nice that face is too. Like that's pretty the way that they did it, because usually they go She-Hulk, it's going to be, growling face and something grotesque if they do another head. But this is actually nice. So it's a good calm version. The hair has a nice flow to it. But yeah, it's very cool that they did that.
And the booty looks nice too.
Booty looks great. Musculature is fantastic. Anatomy is on point. They did a killer job. And this figure was sculpted digitally. I remember when they first had teased it at one of these conventions, and it was one of those, I guess, ZBrush kind of turnarounds that they showed. So yeah, it's not hand sculpted. This was sculpted on the computer. So that's pretty interesting. And yeah, articulation, not too bad, but obviously going back, you're going to have more issues because of the hair. And even with the other head, like that joint on the neck is kind of tight. But arms are fantastic. Ball joint's good. Bicep. Single bend for the elbow, but it's fine because the way that they did it, she could get good range. My only gripe is you could probably see it on the inside right here. It's like it looks like a bump coming out. But if the arm is completely straight, it's all flush and fine. And if it's bent at about 90 degrees, it's fine as well. It's that little bit extra. If it's not all the way closed or all the way open, has that weird bump. So I think they could have done something better there. Again, if all else fails, go with the ball joint. If that's a ball jointed elbow, you're gonna have great range. Nothing's gonna look ugly. So there are ways of doing that, and I'll show you with some of the SH figure arts when I start to review those as well, because some of them have very interesting kind of designs and stuff. That hula hoop action's awesome. Good range up there. There's no articulation on the waist because they did all the articulation up there, which is fine because you don't want to break up that hip sculpt because it's very nice the way they did it. But yeah, again, that's as far as she gets with splits, which is okay. She doesn't need to do splits. That was cool, the way that they did the upper thigh cut. It's hidden through the rips in the jeans, so it's pretty seamless. And yeah, the ankles are great. Double hinge for the knee. All in all, like they really did a beautiful job. You could tell whoever sculpted this did a damn good job, and they really cared about the character. The extra head was a great touch. Like I said, I wasn't expecting it when I first saw it. I thought it was just going to be a regular repaint, but yeah. So they added that in there, and yeah, this thing is really nice. If you're a fan of the character, and as a kid, I always loved She-Hulk because she had a little bit of campiness to her, but yet she could still kick ass and still be sexy and fun. That's what you want out of these characters, not what they did recently, where she's basically some kind of Transformer character. She's like bending over Thor and using the hammer. It's fucking disgusting. But yeah, no, this is more of a classic kind of She-Hulk, and I'm down with that. And scaling is good too. She should be a little bit taller than the other ones. I think in the comics, what was she, like 6'5" or something?
Something like that, 6'5", 6'6", somewhere around there. Because
Yeah.
she wasn't quite as tall as Banner's Hulk.
Yeah, Banner was about 7 foot, and then they made him even bigger in the comics. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, no, cool stuff. I mean, I think they did a great job. So yeah, it was just some regular comparison shots. There she is next to that Tigra character. And like the scaling on that's awesome too. Like it works. So, and again, it's another beautifully sculpted figure. It's got a little bit of sex appeal to it because again, the character, that's all she wears in the comics, or what she wore when we were all collecting. So yeah.
So I have an interesting one for you.
What's that?
Do you remember what the original Tigra character was called? It came out in like the 1960s.
Mm-mm.
She was just called the Cat.
Oh, okay. I think they had another character that was called the Cat as well.
They had Black Cat.
It was Black Cat, and then there was another one. Shit, I forgot what her design was like, but Cat was in her title as well. So yeah, that's interesting that they did that. Yeah, no, I have the first appearance of Black Cat. It was in one of those Amazing Spider-Man books. But yeah, there she is with Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Like I said, you can see the pins by his knees and in his elbows. And I think that's the other reason why they're doing the upgraded version. Because as you can see, from the outside, they got to use red pins. But when you look on the inside, there's that blue, and it's a red pin on the other end. So that's unsightly, and it's just bad. So I'm glad that they're correcting that. It's a shame they didn't do it with her on the knees. But like I said, for the elbows, for what they did, like that's nice, and there's no holes, so that's fine.
No. Hey, Chaos Hoy, what's going on? Welcome, man. Good to see you. And Nelson, the gentleman, what's up? No diapers, wrong company.
Yeah.
That's McFarlane.
That's McFarlane. So I wonder if he's going to make an Amber Heard figure.
Would he have to get a license from Depends?
That depends. I wonder if anyone brought a bed or bed sheets into the courtroom, in case she had to go.
No, they just have one of those guys that scoop up after the elephants.
Oh my God, some kitty litter maybe. But yeah, no, this figure again, Marvel Legends, they hit it out of the park. So good for them, you know, because they have a specific style, and yeah, it works on this figure. And yeah, so I just want to show you guys a couple other simple poses, but all in all, great figure. She definitely got a thumbs up. So yeah, excellent stuff right there. So those are my two smaller figures for this week, and then I have two 1/6 scale, the 12-inch ones. So I'll show those in a little bit. But yeah, man. So what did you think of this one?
No, that was definitely nice. I mean, even like when they're doing some of these figures with the shirts and everything that should move a little bit because of articulation, so they put that rubber top shirt on her.
Yeah, that was cool the way they did it. It's pegged very specifically. So I said in the video too, for those pervs, I'm like, yeah, don't try, because don't do that. You're going to see holes in the body if you try anyway, because that's usually how it works when you make that kind of.
Well, maybe that's what they want.
For their micro penises.
I could see a Walton like jumping up on top of that thing. I think he could make it to the top of that figure.
Well, she's life size compared to him, so yeah. He's a wee lad.
He's a wee lad. So for those of you who didn't catch Monday, we did a talk about the original G1 Perceptor. So one of the figures that I actually had sitting in the wait to actually bring up on the channel was the 86 version of Perceptor. This one actually blew me away by how good it was. So we're going to get into the first clip. It's broken into 3 clips because there was a lot to go through on this one. So here we go.
Look who's here. Jumper. The mighty Jumper is here. Cliff Jumper is here. And guys, of course, with Cliff Jumper here, you know, once again, it's going to be another Transformers related topic. Are you ready, Jumper? Here we go.
The Transformers. More than meets the eye.
So, this one is recent. This is 2022. This is Studio Series 86 movie Perceptor. I was actually waiting on this one for quite a while. This is another one that I had actually did a pre-order for because this figure looked pretty interesting when I seen the initial pictures of it. So I had to go out of my way to make sure that I got this one and not rely on all the stores because, well, we know how that is. Damn scalpers are probably going to get to them first and they're going to be sold out. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this one open and take a look at it and see what it looks like.
A cursory evaluation of Decepticon capability indicates a distinct tactical deficiency.
So out of the package, this one looks pretty damn good. I'm a little disappointed in some of the coloring on this guy. I think it should have been a little bit brighter. Like I think the red should have been a little bit brighter. I think the blue should have been a little bit darker because even in the cartoon version, like you see here, it's got a much darker blue than this extremely light blue. This light blue actually reminds me a little bit more of the original figure, but I guess I'll have to grab one of them and check that out.
I fear the wounds are fatal.
So the one I got out is actually a parts Perceptor, but as you can see, it was more of a teal color than actually blue. But even then, this color palette is a hell of a lot darker than this almost pastel blue that they have on this one.
Yeah, that was funny. You corrected yourself.
Well, yeah. Well, when I was originally looking at it, I was looking at the packaging. From what I thought I remembered about the movie, I could have swore that the colors were a lot darker. But then when I started going back over the movie scenes, I was like, actually, it's not that bad. I mean, it's a little bit lighter than the original '86 movie, but not by much. So they actually came about as close as they probably possibly could.
Yeah, which was cool. I like when they get close.
But I mean, just having it out of the package and see what it looked like there, I was like blown away by how good it looked. But then when you start getting into everything with the articulation, that's where it really threw me. I was like, wow, this is absolutely astounding. So
yeah, he looks beautiful. I'd like to do the same thing.
Wait do you see the articulation? So I'm going to play that clip right now.
Sweet.
I will say this though, as so many other figures in these lines, this one is incredibly articulate. This one feels even more articulate than a lot of the other ones that I have reviewed recently. He has got such an amazing range of motion on this one that I can get him into this awesome kneeling position and he is not even close to toppling over. This one with the articulation was incredible to actually set up.
Save yourself!
And just one more pose to kind of show off that articulation. One of the things that makes this one so amazing as far as the articulation is these extra joints that they have right here in the leg. Now I know this is part of the transformation, but that little bend right there gives you so much more room to move this. Of course, you got the upper thigh, the knee, the rocker, and it's got a little bit of a tip right there at the toe as part of the transformation, but that aids in being able to stand them up and get them in all those different poses. Of course, you got the extremely high kick all the way up and all the way back, all the way out with the Van Damme splits. Of course, you got the waist turn, you got the shoulders and the ball joint there along with it. There is even a turn at the upper bicep as well as the elbow. There is no turn at the hand though, because that's part of his transformation. And of course, there is movement in the head. Not so much up and not so much down, but from side to side. Look at you. You're like a diva up here. Attention for me, attention for me.
That was fun.
I had to leave that one in there. Normally, I would probably put those aside as part of like a bloopers clip reel. Yeah. But that was so hilarious, I had to leave it in there. Papa Cotton, when is the show when we get to trash the power to force toy line? The Van Damme splits. Yeah, I don't know. That's a thing that me and Vinnie have been doing, and it's kind of stuck now.
Yep.
He proceeds to show off his Robo Bulge. Chris, what are you doing? You're spending too much time on that damn machine printing plastic out. Stop that.
He's printing bulges, packages for everyone. No, dude, yeah, that thing looks amazing. That articulation is fantastic. Shit. I hope I could find that guy.
And this is exactly why I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, which was a smart move. I might be doing that with one of the NECA figures because I'm kind of giving up on the stores right now.
Dude, remember I told you I seen a whole bunch of the new Legacy figures out there? So yeah. I'd seen Galvatron, I'd seen newer versions of Cup and this character and that character, the new Blaster one that we were talking about. I said that looked smaller. I went back to get it because I wanted to see exactly how much smaller it was, and I wanted to see if there was any paint application changes that they made on that one, since a lot of these Legacy ones seem to be going more with the 86 look between that and the buzzworthy Bumblebee line. Well, I went back to look for those things. Man, they were all gone. All of them. Every last one of them. And when I went again yesterday, right after apparently they threw a bunch of stuff out on the shelf, that's when I found Galvatron. And I found one other figure, and I said, yo, I'm snagging these right now. I also seen that Ravage that you got from the Bumblebee movie. They had a shit ton of them on the shelf.
Oh, wow.
They had Shockwave, they had Hot Rod, they had Iguanus and from the Legacy.
That was at Target?
Yeah. So they had an ass ton of the core figures, but they didn't have a whole lot of the full size figures or the later class figures.
Oh man, yeah. What I've been seeing. Well, the last time I went, they just had a whole bunch of the '86. Not Galvatron, his little buddies, the one that turns into like that space boat. You reviewed it already. The hell, I forgot his name. You know, the other two
Cyclonus, Scourge.
Yeah,
yeah, because right now the Scourge one they have out is actually a sweep, and there's like a slight variation in the color between the Scourge and the sweep, and that was about all the changes I think they made in it. Maybe a change in one of the hands or something.
Yeah,
but otherwise it was the exact same mold.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's got the bluer. They did more like
that's the sweep.
That's the sweep. Yeah. Him. He's everywhere. Like they had like 4 or 5 of him and like nothing else.
Well, you know what? That's great if you want to army build. You know what I mean? Like some of these guys army build them, so they get a whole bunch of sweeps to put behind Scourge. You know, and that's cool if that's what you're looking for. But I want to get a bunch of different figures. I don't want to get 10 of the damn same figure.
Yeah. I don't care either. I just give me the main ones. It's different if it's like I said, the GI Joes, and you're army building. You know, like the Crimson Guard and shit like that. I understand, but dude, those things, forget it. I can't find a single GI Joe other than Lady J and Gun Ho. Nothing else is in stores.
You know what? It's funny. Even the mini ones, oh god, what are they called? The teeny world's smallest. Even the world's smallest. The only thing I'm seeing is Roadblock. I think is it Roadblock? It's Roadblock for the GI Joe for the world's smallest. When I was looking for the Transformer ones, the only one I'm finding is Starscream. When I was looking for He-Man, the only one I was finding was Tila. Like all the other ones are like you can't find them anymore.
Yeah, because was it Walmart used to have a whole bunch of like the smaller ones that had good articulation, even at that tiny scale. And the only other GI Joes that I see look like smaller kind of retro carded ones where it's just the arms go straight up and the legs go straight up. That's it.
Not like the old Kenner 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figures. Yeah, I see them all over the place. The funniest looking one I ever seen is they did what was supposed to be an early Snake Eyes, so he was blue, but apparently they don't realize that that's not early Snake Eyes. That's cartoon version Snake Eyes.
Wow.
Because the original toy was painted black because they couldn't figure out what other colors to make the other figures. So they said they just painted one all in black to be cheap, just to put another figure out there in front of the head of Hasbro to show them off the GI Joe line, and it's stuck.
Yeah, they just cast them in black. There's no paint. It's just there you go, cheapest figure they put out there,
and it wound up being the most popular.
The most popular, and I'm happy that they ended up re-releasing them, because as a kid, the only way I could get them was the re-release that he came with the dog, his pet. But which again, that was an awesome addition. So they knew what they were doing.
All right, so I got one more for Perceptor because, like I said, there was a lot to unpack here, and there was a few more things that I do talk about in this one. If you want the full story on that, you're going to have to go back to freaking going old school and catch that segment on Perceptor. But I do break it down just a little bit, so here we go.
Ultra-Magnus sends orders to contact Optimus Prime on Moon Base 1.
And so for the last part here, I want to show off Blaster with Perceptor to get a size comparison between the Kingdom version and, of course, the 86 version. Obviously, Blaster is much larger than Perceptor here. I think maybe a little bit too large, even in comparison to what he looked like in the cartoon. Now, if you're talking about the original figures, well, if they were doing that kind of comparison, Blaster would be even larger than he is right here. But overall, I think scale-wise, they don't look bad. But I know they did make a change when they released the Legacy Blaster, and he is slightly smaller, and I think maybe that was to try to get in scale with the 86 movie. Once again, with the transformations on this one, much like Grimlock and Slag and a few of the other ones, even Blaster, This one is very much like the original G1 version. A lot of this is very intuitive for those of you coming back to the Transformers and remember how the old ones transformed. This is very much like it. Looks pretty damn good. All the joints fit in snugly when they clip into their post and everything. This one is incredibly done so far, but as many of us Transformers fans know, Perceptor actually had a third mode besides his microscope, and that was actually a tank version with his microscope. So we're going to go ahead and get him transformed to that, see what it looks like. Now some people might call this a tank. No, do not nibble on Perceptor. Some people call it a cannon. Either way, this is his third mode, much like he had in the original G1 version as well. Cliff Jumper, I swear, no nibbling. Anyway, guys, what did you think of this one? I think this one is done exceptionally well. I think they've been knocking out of the park with a lot of these figures, and this one gives me hope that we're going to see more good stuff to come. I'm telling you, boy, if you don't stop nibbling. Hey guys, what's going on? Jumper and Tommy here. If you enjoyed this one on Perceptor, be sure to go back and check out our Monday stream, Going Old School Retro Discussions, where we had an awesome conversation about where that original tank mode came from.
Do you think you got through to Prime?
Let's hope so, because if I didn't, we're all gonna look like burnt-out toaster ovens.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
That was awesome. I love Cliff Jumpers. No nibble. When you corrected him, he froze, stared at you, and then he went for it again.
I know, right? He was like, how dare you tell me not to nibble on this? What's going on? I'm not creative. Yeah, get him, Jumper. I mean, I really thought he was going to take a piece off that thing. And that was why I had actually filmed this one first. So when I wound up doing the G1 for the Going Old School show,
yeah,
a Jumper was not going to be in that one because I was going to have him nibble on an older toy.
Oh, no.
That.
Dude, that figure is beautiful looking. Yeah, the tank mode, that was awesome. Question, did they actually put it in the packaging as well? Like, because once in a while, they'll tell you of like a secret mode.
I think they might have. But it's one of those things. I already knew about it before. I did actually screw up on Monday when I actually put him into his artillery/tank form, because there's actually one more part of his transformation. And it was legitimately made that way by Takara as part of the micro change line. Is he's actually got another blue piece that actually comes out of the bottom of his foot to stabilize that artillery cannon piece. And
wow.
I forgot to pull it out on my original figure. It's got like a whole pull out with a wheel on it.
Dude, see, that burns my ass too. I shot something extra for the figure I'm going to show last, and I forgot to put it in with the main video. Like, I still have it on my phone. I'm like, oh, damn it. Like, I had a minute of like a nice close-up to show all the detail in the figure, and I forgot to put it in my video. I'm like, I don't have editing equipment. It's just when I do it on my phone, it's just like I stitch it together and that's it, and it's uploaded.
And it's easy when you're doing it that way to forget a clip.
Oh yeah, that burned my ass. I'm like, son of a. I mean, it's already a long video, but still, that extra detail is stuff that people like to say.
What's going on, Soul Assassin? I never forget to pull out. I purposely do that. It's not my problem.
Well, it does become a problem if something is.
Well, that's why you moved to another state. Vinnie, you're going to be up next. So right before we do, we'll throw that toy break that I have going on here. See what you think about these ones. These ones are mid 2020, like 2014, 2015, somewhere around that. Okay. I thought these ones are interesting enough to include them in the toy break. So here we go.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Tommy and Rorschach. What's going on, Rorschach? My good buddy. Well, Rorschach and I are here to do another toy break. So first up, we have from 2014, we have Friday the 13th with Jason Voorhees. These are all done from Reaction. These are 3 3/4 inch figures, and they are not very posable. Next up from 2015, we have Christmas Gizmo from Reaction. This one is super teeny tiny. I think maybe he's only about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches tops. And the last one up, also from 2015, is the Cinema Gremlin from Reaction. They did a whole lot of different figures, and I had to pick these ones up because they made me laugh.
Very cool. I like those toy breaks.
You know what? Every once in a while, I think it's a good thing to actually show some of the things that Reaction does, because even though Reaction is not articulate, they really do go into a lot of these different franchises and try to, show them a little bit of love by creating figures for them.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, those are like the GI Joes that I saw are like exactly like that. Those other ones, but dude, yeah. No, it's cool. I like when they have different shit for different people. I see like the little. It's not them, someone else, because they're actually articulated. But they made like little RoboCop figures and Predator ones that look like they have good articulation in them. And they're around like $20 to $30, somewhere in that range. I
think I want to say, didn't NECA did a bunch of them.
No, not the small ones. That's a different company.
Oh no, okay. Or are you talking about the ones that are like remakes of the ones from the 80s?
They were small. They were about that size, maybe even a little bit smaller than like the Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I think
sure.
I believe it was a Japanese company.
Okay, that's something different. Yeah, Soul Assassin. I do remember that. The Escape from New York. I could never find the Snake Plissken one because that was the only one I really wanted. I seen the Predator one. I didn't care for it, but I'd seen they had a bunch of ones from oh god, what was it? Was it Reservoir Dogs or was it Pulp Fiction? They had toys for a couple of those.
I think it was Reservoir Dogs. I remember seeing those back when FYE was still pretty big. Like, yeah, that was years ago, man. Talking like close to 20 years ago. Yeah, they had like soft good clothes and shit like that.
I know, it's another one I picked up too, and I didn't even think about throwing it in when I did the Jason, Gizmo, and that Gremlin. I picked up my brother the Reaction Michael Myers one.
Oh, nice.
Because they had Michael, they had Jason, they had Hellraiser, they had Freddy Krueger. Then I think they did some of the classic monsters as well. If I'm not mistaken. And I remember seeing all of them. And I was like, at the time when they first started coming out, I was like, God, I'd like to buy all these. But I was kind of low on funds back then. I was like scraping by. So I was like, yeah, I can't afford to get all them.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Oh, Soul Assassin says Hiya Toys makes them.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I might get one of those if next time I go to one of those stores and I find them, because they're not that easy to find. And sometimes the comic shops after time, like they jack up the prices. I'm not paying an arm and a leg for a little guy, but if it's around $20, I might still get one of them. Yeah, I know. NECA is going to be releasing those pretty soon. They do look awesome because I know they have like the same. It's the same sculptors from McFarlane, and a few of the guys who work there. They still have their clays and everything, so they might fine tune them or change some stuff, and then they go back to back to China with them. So it's a little sneaky, but at the same time, it's like fuck it, why not? But anyway, I'll show you the Supergirl, which I actually put her up like 2 days, I think, after, because that's when she came in after our last stream. So yeah, you guys haven't seen her yet on the show, but holy crap, she's doing great. She's got over 400 views. So let's crack into this thing. So this is a third-party company that did the head, the top that's attached with the cape. This is the company. It's called Starman. And yeah, the model is MS006. So the set is basically just the, I'll just jump below and you guys can see it. Oh yeah, and I had to get another body. I had to get one of those Feisen bodies or TV League. And this is the version that I got. So medium bust, pale skin. The pale is way too bright, but for the head sculpt that they did, it's fine. It works because that's what they did it for. It was specifically that body's for this set. So they designed it around the Feisen body. So yeah, she comes with the head, which I think they did a nice job. She looks a lot like the actress from the TV show, the last one, the CW one, and CBS. What's her name? Melissa Benoit, but she pronounced it Benoist. But yeah, it definitely has her face, I would say. And then it has the rooted hair. I'm not usually a fan of rooted hair. It works here and there on some figures, but for what they did here, I didn't mind it so much. And I have another custom figure I'll be showing this week that has rooted hair, which I do love. The way that they did it was great. Yeah, so she came with the boots. She came with the shirt top area, and that's attached with the cape. And she came with pants. Now, the pants I don't show in this review. For what it is, it looks good, but I wanted the classic look. So I went out of my way and I found a skirt on eBay for pretty cheap. And yeah, I put it all together. But the way they did the cut of the pants is nice, and it kind of, it emphasizes her hips and everything. So it was pretty good. And I understand why they did it too, because a lot of people want to put these in crazy poses where, if you bend the knee for too long on those silicone things, they could dry out and rip. But again, I'm kind of keeping her more like a statuesque kind of pose. I'll bend it a little bit here or there, but not for long stretches of time. And God forbid they do break or they do crack, I could throw the pants on and I have a new figure that's even more articulated. So either way, they're good.
So
yeah.
what you're saying, if she wears out, you're just going to throw some pants on her and it'd be okay.
Well, again, if I put her in extreme poses for too long, and like a pose like this isn't going to rip anything, so that's fine. But yeah,
so we're talking about normal, not like a stripper.
No. I'm saying like if you wanted her like on one knee, if you put her like in a fighting pose against another character, because a lot of people,
one knee
or two knees, her head all the way arched back. No,
I'm just saying. I'm watching out for Walton here because we know what he would want.
Yeah, we
that's
know that.
That's gonna be my future ex-wife right there, that posable doll.
But dude, again, life size. But for him, I gotta say though, because again, these Feisen bodies are so good, you could articulate them in any which way. Very, very accurate to the human body. Again, if you were like not a gymnast, a contortionist. So, but yeah, and they hold. The joints hold. The costume's fantastic. It's a really good material. I don't see that thing tearing. It zips up in the back the way they did it, which is kind of interesting. I thought it was going to be just kind of like, you got to slide it on like a shirt, but they actually have a zipper in the back. It was a little bit tricky, but, just a little bit of time and patience and you can get it. And again, like I said, that skirt was an awesome find. I got it from a seller in China. They're pretty much like the only people that really has everything.
Now, was that specifically made as a third party for this figure, or was that just something in general? Yeah.
Oh no, the skirt is just they do that with a lot of these companies. Like they'll just make random kind of clothes. Again, for like the 1/6 scale, because people like to do customize their figures and try to get close to maybe other characters. Because like that company that I got it from, they had about 4 different versions of the skirt. They had one that was plaid, one that was like all solid black, so they have them because, collectors like to do different shit, or if there are other characters out there they want to match. The boots were really good too. Same kind of stretchy material as the top, maybe a little bit more durable. yeah, the way they did it was so good. The boots are hollowed out, so the whole foot you just kind of slide in, and yeah, there's no limitation with the articulation in it. It's spot on. So yeah, if you want a classic Supergirl, this is the way to go. And yeah, I got this one before a lot of other people did. The seller I found, because they were also in China, they had it for a really good price too compared to other places. Other places have like an extra $50 tacked on just because it's a female character, which I'm like, are you kidding me? But yeah, the ones I found them from, perfect score. So yeah, no issues. So I ordered from them.
Apparently, they're not paying attention to Todd because female figures don't sell.
Bark, 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 bark. Todd McFarlane, chicken boom. No, this figure's gorgeous. Absolutely amazing. Like I said, the detail they did on the texture in the suit, it's exactly like the Henry Cavill one. So if you have a Hot Toys or you have the bootleg version, she's going to fit perfectly with them. That same kind of Kryptonian look. So yeah, those silicone bodies, they do rock. That's why so many artists use them as well as reference, because you can pose them in realistic poses, and they're fantastic.
And you could say that now on Twitter, Wook.
Just like a woman. It's amazing. I saw so many people, like, they have such freedom now, they could just say things.
Oh, speaking of which, I seen our favorite puppet is in the house. What's going on, Snow Dub? Good to see you, my
Snow?
friend.
Hail, brother. But yeah,
Super Gash.
Super Gash. No, she's too old for Ron Perlman. So
she's the wrong persuasion. She hasn't got enough packing downstairs for Ron.
Oh, that too. So yeah, here she is with the Arrow figure that I have, the Green Arrow, the Stephen Amell one. Again, that's from So Toys, also third party. Fantastic. Again, if you guys ever see this figure and you're a fan of that show, or I was a big fan of like the first 2 seasons, 3-ish seasons. Then I stopped watching, but yeah, I freaking love that figure. That thing is amazing. So Toys, they've been killing it, man. They keep doing more superhero characters. They have the boys, the other guy coming out soon, Homelander, which he's another one that I paid for a long time ago. So I'm just waiting for them to release it. And yeah, I can't wait, because I have the Billy the Butcher character, and that thing is amazing. But yeah, so another beautiful set, and here she is with her cousin, which is funny. When I put up the promo shot, somebody in one of the toy groups started laughing. He goes, I love the pose, because it looks like he's about to fist her. Which I started laughing.
He's not about the fister. He's about the Chris Fister.
That's right. Oh, shit. Like the blind lawyer. He didn't see it coming. No. But again, you can see like the costumes match beautifully. I think her chest plate is more bright than his. But again, that's the third-party figure I have back there, since he was cheap. He was about $150. Hot Toys was selling theirs for like, I think, $250. Then when everything's said and done, he was probably closer to like $290 with shipping and all taxes and all that crap. So I'm like, no, I'm not getting that. Plus, on the aftermarket, that Superman figure, like, he's going for minimum $400, $500. Fuck that. This third-party company did a beautiful job for $150. Bam, they had my money. And yeah, so there you go. And again, I tried putting her in different poses just so you guys could kind of see what she could do. But again, it's a cool thing. I enjoy when they do it right. And this company, for the set that they had, beautiful job. So, and again, just by putting the skirt on her, you have the classic look. You can't beat that. That's amazing. It's 2 O's. It's SOOSOO. That's all together, and then Toys is separate. So yeah, shop around, take a look. I'll put it in the chat for you guys too. So Toys, but they didn't do this one. This is MS Starman. If you're looking for this one, and it's in my description as well for the actual video. So if you go on my channel, yeah, you could take a look there. But yeah, beautiful stuff. These companies keep hitting it out of the park. third parties, it's great because it's also slapping the mainstream in the face because they keep fucking things up, or they won't release the figures themselves. They won't make them themselves. Like, how could you not do a proper Supergirl? Like, it makes no sense to me. Because Sideshow, they've been doing all different licenses. They have some DC licenses, and they're doing comic book versions. How come they haven't done a Supergirl? Like, it makes no sense. And then
I see what you're saying. I was going to say, I see what you're saying about the skin tone now. I mean, I didn't notice it so much at first, but now with the lights hitting it just the right way,
yeah.
I get it. Almost looks alabaster, like it does
Almost
look a little bit too light. Or is that company actually going to wind up maybe doing more skin tones? Do you think? Or
I don't know. That's a good question because they have the two, and like you've seen it in all my other the other female reviews that have the same type of bodies. This is the only one in the Spider one because I got them at the same time that I got the pale bodies. I will never get pale bodies again. It works for this one, and the other one you can't tell because she's covered up all the way to the neck, so no big deal. But like from here, it's fine. I think what really threw it off was the boots because the boots are so dark. So that's where I think the contrast comes because if you cover up the boots, it's like the skin complexion with the skirt and the top, like it's all kind of fine. But I think it's because that it's more of like a maroon kind of color. It throws it off a bit. But again, on the shelf, it's not that bad, like you said, because the lights aren't blaring on it either. You know, so no, she looks awesome in the collection. And oh yeah, there is wiring in the cape, but
yeah,
only,
I was going to say I've seen that.
Yeah, it's only on the sides. It's not on the bottom. So she does have a nice drape to it. And that's I do like that. I prefer when you do that kind of stuff. So there's enough where you can just put some curl to it, which is great, and it could hold nice. But yeah, this figure is gorgeous. So really good stuff. I don't know why they keep doing that though, because even like the suntan body isn't exactly suntan. It's almost has like a slight grayish kind of complexion, but it's still pretty good for what they have. I don't know why they can't do a proper color though for the silicone. You know, it's more natural looking.
No.
I do not. But again,
that's a vicious rumor started by a tree humping weirdo.
That's right, tree humping. No, but yeah, like I said, with the way that with the face work, that's why the pale complexion would be the only one to do with this. If I had like that tan body, it would look off, you know. So, but like I said, nice job, really nice job. So I have one more to show tonight. So I'll stop for now.
Too many crackers up in this joint.
Silly and Vinnie, that's right.
Hey, what's the matter for you, Chris?
You son of a bitch.
Pelosi.
And speaking of Sicilian, we got one more cool one to show you, but I don't know if you want me to hold off. You got another one to show before I jump into it?
No, I pretty much I've got everything out.
Oh, you tapped out for tonight?
Yeah, man. That was all I had. I because my back being thrown off and like being in a lot of pain from Monday on, you know, I didn't have a real chance to get anything else filmed, to get anything else together. So I was like, you know, I'm just going to run with what I have right now. And I'm sure Vinny's going to bring the house to the table. I just had this feeling, and I was right.
Oh.
you came over prepared.
Oh yeah, this week I told you I wanted to try to get something out almost, you know, every day this week, and you know, kind of almost did. But yeah, we got the Godfather, man. This thing, holy shit. I said that video game character, the Ghost of Tsushima, was figure of the year. This guy would have to be figure of the year for 2022 in my collection, because we're going to get into this guy in. Holy shit balls. This thing was a home run and a half. Now, before I get into it, like this is the figure. This thing is gorgeous. This guy started out as a third party. As they were making this thing, it came out so good they ended up getting the rights and they released this properly. So Damn Toys officially released this guy, and this thing blows, I think, the Hot Toys version out of the water completely. This thing is amazing. So if you can't tell already, like the paint job, the sculpt work, the tailoring and the clothes.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Holy shit, the jacket and shirt, and even with the little rose on the side.
Oh my god, dude. Unbelievable. And then the rose was in its special packaging as well. I made sure to put it in the lapel as quickly as I could, so it wouldn't fall on the floor or wouldn't lose it or anything. But yeah, oh my god. And then in the packaging too, this box was gigantic. It was hard to fit in here. So again, it's the problem.
That's what she said.
Yeah, with my pants. But anyway, I love that they did it exactly like old school, like the VHS, the special edition box. When they did it in their chronological order, it's like the same box the way that they did it. So that was cool. All the legalese and Paramount logo, like they got everything official on this. I think they made sure to because it was the 50th anniversary. So yeah, amazing. Would I get a Young Vito? I think there's a third party that is making it, and I'm gonna pass because I do not like Robert De Niro anymore after I found out what the fuck he is. So yeah, he's a disgusting individual, and anyone who hurts kids, I don't want him. I don't need them in my collection. But yeah, it's a shame though. I might get a Michael at some point. There's a third party that made Michael, and he looks fantastic. But I don't know. Right now, my budget's too tight. So yeah, right out of the packaging, you could just tell this guy is a home run. Just holy shit. Padded kind of the fat suit that they put underneath him as well. Yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. And yeah, he came with another tray, which again, he's got extra accessories and things that they put in here. This set, I don't know how the hell they did it. It's gorgeous. Look at that. It's like Marlon Brando. Like I shrunk him down and threw him in my light box. Like the proportions on this thing are amazing. Articulation's fantastic. The tailoring in the clothes. This company, give them an award because
even the shoes look good. I mean, how many times you see shoes that are just like, they're passable, but
yeah, dude. I agree with you 100%. They put the nice shine to them. And this is the thing that sucked. I forgot. I did a nice close-up shot, and I broke it all down as well. And I forgot to put it on this video, and I can't do it anymore after the fact. If anything, maybe I could put it up by itself, but I don't know. They even did like the brown underneath the shoes. Like they really went above and beyond. He's got his own tailored socks that they did as well. It's amazing, truly amazing. Look at that freaking paint job. Like the blotches in the skin. Dude, I just that was the problem because on my phone it looked like I thought that I had taken two shots that were exactly the same, but I recorded it straight from the close-up, so I put the wrong one on here. That's how I forgot to put the other thing in. That was my
bad. Lasso, from what I understand, from what Vinnie was telling me, is they got Walton's family working on those suits, so that's why they're 2 scale and they look so wonderful,
right? But dude, even the table, like they did like the wood grain that's kind of carved into it, like it's got a texture to it and everything. Like truly amazing. I don't know how this company does the work that it did, but yeah, holy shit, beautiful. Everything he came with, the candle, it's got the translucent to make it look like it's actual wax. Like this thing is every bit of detail. Yeah, they made me an offer I couldn't refuse. But yeah, like I said, I ordered this guy about 1.5 years ago, paid for him 1.5 years ago. He took nearly 2 years to be made and to come out. But again, part of the delay was that they actually got the proper license for this guy. So yeah, he's official.
Good for them, man.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what? I think that is actually amazing that these companies, these third-party companies that have been doing it right for so long, are starting to get the recognition. And I'd mentioned this once before. I don't want to divert too much away from your video, but one of the things I mentioned before is there was a third-party company was doing that auto-transforming Optimus Prime figure, and they were
Yeah.
doing it for a number of years. The thing was selling for about maybe, I don't know, like I want to say it was selling for maybe about $700 to $1,500, whatever the hell it was. It was still kind of pricey. But then Hasbro seen it. They were shocked at which detail and everything else that went in this making this figure. So they reached out to this company. They licensed it, fully licensed it. So it got all the Autobot tags and everything on the Optimus Prime name on the package. And I think they were selling it for over $3,000 now.
Something
But
like that.
it breathed new life in that company that was already making that toy. So now all of a sudden, hey, now we're licensed officially under the brand, and we can start reselling them again.
Well, Hot Toys started the same way. Fun fact: they started out as like doing third-party shit, and then they got official licenses. So yeah, you never know. Dude, look at the cat too, from the movie that he lays on his lap. Like, just they really, really cared about what they did here. Like, they didn't have to add that, but they did. You know, and it's fantastic. Just again, beautiful, beautiful work. You know, and he comes with an alternate head. Now, it at first glance, it's like, oh, there's only a slight difference, but the hair is it's sculpted differently. The paint job, like he's slightly younger on this kind of alternate head, and like the eyes seem like they're a little bit bigger. Like they have a little more, I think, I don't know, an extra added life to it. I don't know what the big difference was supposed to be between them, but I'm amazed that they did that. They really didn't need to, because his face is so perfect as it is, you know. So and if I guess you want to make another version of him, you could. Although this company did a second version, they did him in the gray suit, like when he gets gunned down in the street and he drops the oranges. Like they did him in that suit, and he has an alternate sweater that comes with it. So it's like at the end of the movie, you know, where he's in the lawn chair, so like he's sleeping, which is amazing too. Like they thought of everything. So they have two versions of him. This is the formal version, and the other one is like the regular kind of gray suited one. But yeah, I guess this one looks a little bit happier too in the face.
Well, it's definitely a little bit different opposed. Like he's almost worried about something than the one on the right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the lips, there's a difference in the lips and everything too. The way his mouth is, you know, he's got kind of like almost a sneer or something.
Yeah, like this one, you can tell he's definitely like in his mode of he's, you know, doing his job. The other one looks more like he's ready to walk his daughter down the aisle. And dude, look at the chair. The work that they put into this. You would think it was a real piece of furniture, and they shot with the shrink ray. Just amazing. It's got a hinge on it as well, so you can lean them back or forward. Unbelievable. Yeah, truly impressive.
That is something else.
Yep. And the bottom part rotates as well, so if you want to change the kind of positioning of the legs on the bottom.
And they did that all with plastic too?
Yeah, it's all plastic.
Holy shit. I mean, that's almost something you would expect to see like die cast or something else on it, you know?
Yeah. Dude, truly amazing. These companies, man. And then he's got the hands are all specially done as well. They're custom for this figure specifically. Because a lot of these companies, whether it's third party or if it's a Hot Toys, they reuse a bunch of hands. This thing, everything is done from scratch. Every bit. And you could tell too from the fingernails how they sculpted them. He's got like and it's hard to see on camera, but in person you can even tell there's a faint kind of like the blue from the veins under the skin. Like they really went above and beyond. I haven't seen many companies do shit like this. So yeah, the work is exceptional. I don't know how they're gonna top this, but yeah. And then the base with the nice kind of that felt kind of carpety shit that they did.
Looks like something that would be at a wax museum or something.
Yeah, like the whole kind of diorama setup that they did. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And you can see over here, 2020. So again, 2 years it took, almost a full 2 years for this guy to come out. And yeah, you could use the crotch grabber stand, or you could just put him in the chair. Articulation's beautiful on this guy. You know,
Does the
I didn't.
chair port? Does the chair port into the base or no?
No, it doesn't pour. Just you position it, and his feet kind of come off the base, but it's perfectly like on whatever flat surface you're on, so it works. Like you'll see it in a minute, but it works beautifully. I didn't go extreme with poses because again, I didn't want to mess up the suit too much either or anything. Because I debated about taking off the jacket because like to see the vest underneath it's really amazing what they did. But again, I didn't. He was brand new out of the box. I didn't want to go too extreme with any of it. But yeah, the fat suit goes from about the chest to about mid thigh. But yeah, just if you do get him, just kind of go slowly with the joints. Don't go too extreme when you want to put him in the chair, because like he might seem a little bit limited to put his leg forward, but not so much. You could get him in the seated position just fine. And again, the ball joints in the feet are nice and tight. His pants do slide down whenever you kind of move them, so you just gotta.
Now pull up your pants.
Pull up your pants. You're the Godfather. You ain't some bum. But this thing is truly, truly amazing. I had to take a bunch of shots of this guy because just look how immaculate this thing is.
I'm surprised you didn't take some shots from the movie and put them side by side.
That would have been good. I just put the cover to like the Blu-ray.
I mean, I know you're kind of limited with the stuff on the phone, but I mean,
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but, if I was doing that, my editor, that's what I would have did. I would have put shots from the movie right next to it just to show off how amazing it looks.
Yeah, because my God.
I didn't say hi to you early. What is up, Frankie knows, and what's going on, Walton? We were just talking about you, and then you show up. You must have heard the whispering through the trees. Good to see you. Good to see you.
This suit could probably fit him. We kid. Not really. No. But as you can see, like the way that they did it, it's designed perfectly. So like his feet come off, but it's everything's in balance and it looks great.
Oh, that's a good one. If they had gotten this wrong, Vinnie would have said, "Look how they massacred my toy."
Oh, Nelson, that was perfect. Son, my boy. But this thing is just wow. Just, holy shit. Just give him an award. This looks like the same quality of that Queen Studio, that the Joker that I showed you guys. It looks like the same type of quality, but again, totally different company. And this thing was just amazing. Fucking amazing. So if you're a fan, I highly recommend this. I would not sleep on it because the aftermarket is insane on these fuckers. So I know when Hot Toys released him, when they made their own, he's going for over $1,000 right now.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, there's no way in hell. But when I saw that they were soliciting this guy, that's why I put the pre-order in right away. And usually, again, the pre-orders, you can get them for a lot cheaper than.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I've been doing a lot more now is I've been looking for the pre-orders, especially for certain characters 100% are going to sell out every single time. Man, if you want to get these things, don't wait on it. Get the pre-order in early. There's a few really good companies out there. Like I know Entertainment Earth is pretty good. I think Big Bad Toy Store is another one that's fairly decent and reasonable. So, I mean, definitely, if you're going to get them early. Don't wait, because then you'll be kicking yourself in the ass later on when those prices go through the roof. And
definitely shop around, because some places might have awesome deals on a certain figure or something, and then other places might be like, they're through the roof. It's kind of crazy. That's why I've jumped around from a few different places on where I order figures, because again, trying to find the best price. And again, like, the place I got this one from, the wait was longer, but he was cheaper than the other places. So that's why I did it when I did it too at the time. But I did make the joke of this thing too. I said they need a Luca Brasi. I'm here on the day of your daughter's wedding.
How can you do this?
Yeah, whatever. Luca.
What's up, Awesome One, and what's going on, Tina Bojan? Good to see you both. I hope you're doing well.
Absolutely, but this is this is one of the few figures. It's this one and the Ghost of Tsushima. I gave perfect scores Ghost of Tsushima, I made the figure of the year just because everything in that thing. I truly love that figure. But holy shit, this guy, yeah, amazing. And here he is with my John Wick. I wanted to get another figure out in a really nice tailored suit. John Wick's from Hot Toys. I did a review on him kind of early on the channel, but you can definitely check that out as well. And yeah, so I just kind of wanted to show you what you could do with these guys. But I want to put, again, Vito in a good kind of natural pose too, where it looks like he's talking. And dude, I'm telling you, it looks like they just shrunk down real people here. You know, like I said, you get them in such realistic kind of poses and stuff. Yeah, amazing. So if you're a big fan or collector, if you love statues even, yeah, these are movable statues essentially. So
I tell you what, when you look at these things and you think back to what we thought was like amazing back in the day, I know for me, like early on, like some of those early Kenner figures that they were doing, the big 12 inches from the Star Wars, Indiana Jones, and all the other lines they were doing. Not to say that those things didn't have decent likenesses, they did, but they didn't have anything even close to what they're doing today.
Oh, dude, I know. But again, these things are all hand painted. You know, everything that they do. Yeah, wow. At some point, I would love to have this of like some of the characters from my universe.
Hey, Gap Stargate, you have a good one. Thank you for dropping all the links and being here tonight. Always appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you, Gap. Have a great night. So yeah, so I brought the thunder tonight, Tommy. I brought the thunder.
You absolutely did. I'm so glad you did. I mean, what the hell? It started off with a power outage for me,
dude. But trust me, been there. I've been knocked off my own streams multiple times.
No, I think the worst I ever did is I was doing a Going Old School Monday stream, and we were getting towards the end of the show, and then all of a sudden, bam, power went out. And I was like, son of a bitch. So it takes a while for my internet to kick back on and for the computer to boot back up. And the computer just booted back up. The internet got going. I'm getting ready to jump onto the stream. Bam, the power goes out again. I'm like, son of a bitch. I had Curtis and I had Yen sitting on stream waiting for me. Like, did he just like leave the stream? And they were holding it open. I finally got back and I said, no. I said, I got booted off. Let's go ahead and wrap this up and get out of here before the power goes out again.
Yeah, dude. One night, it wasn't just that, like the power flickered and took everything out. Like my computer shut down. I was so pissed. I lost like about 45 minutes worth of work I was doing. I was furious. But it kept doing it. It was going on, off, on, off, on, off, maybe 4 times or 5 times that night. I'm like, I just shut everything down. I'm like, fuck it. I'll work tomorrow. Like sometimes, you know, your hands are completely tied. What are you going to do?
Well, I don't know about you, but I mean, my situation is a little bit different, like working through the video editor on my computer. So I have this thing where I get so far in the editing of the video, I will stop, I will save it, and then continue. Just out of habit from having the computer shut down, like if the power just suddenly goes out, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, dude, yeah, summertime is a fucking mess. But yeah, so there's the done, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again,
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
That's right. So perfect. It is perfect. So God bless this company. This company did the Leon S. Kennedy that I have as well from the Resident Evil 2, and they did the Assassin's Creed figures. I think I reviewed one of them. Possibly, did I do 2? No, I did one of them. I did the Ezio. So again, their quality is exceptional. Absolutely. So yeah, my hat goes off to them. I think they just lost the license though for Assassin's Creed. Like it expired. So the last figure that I think they're releasing is the Greek character, the guy from Odyssey. He looks great, but I don't know if that's going to be in the budget anytime soon.
Oh God, yeah, he was just on one of the shows recently on Vinnie's Friday streams.
Who was?
The one guy said he was down in Chile losing power.
Oh, Pedro. Yeah.
Yeah, Pedro.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, his book looked good too. But yeah, his power shit to bed while we were on.
It Amber Hearded the bed.
It absolutely did. What am I doing? I forgot to show you as well. So I was gonna put it on camera, but I actually made a short today. For Shadow of the Kraken. It's only a minute, but play that for you guys as well. Sample copy of my newest book, Shadow of the Kraken, is in. This is the variant cover. I'm waiting on the main cover right now. But yeah, this printed beautifully. Thought you guys should see it. It's on Indiegogo. Here's some of the pages. I'll show you really quick. So I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, this is 52 pages from front cover to back cover. Yeah, like I said, you can check it out at Indiegogo.com. Just type in Shadow of the Kraken or my name, and you can find this beautiful book. So there you go. Yeah, I'm just waiting on the main cover right now, and when that comes in, as long as if it printed just like this one, then we're good. We're golden. I can put the big orders in. So I am waiting. Also, and yes, that's kind of my trademark on these. I made sure to get like the full kind of gloss finish on all of my books because I like the way that it looks, and it gives, I think, an extra protection to the books as well. Because I've seen a lot of them that if they just do it flat, they could get damaged even easier. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. Page was cool. Yeah, that's it. Tropical Magics. Yeah, that cool looking book. Good dude. So yeah, support us, indie guys and girls, because we're working very hard. Very hard.
Yeah, man. And Chris, thank you for shipping that out so quickly. Infinitel Wars. War of the Trees. I'm mixing the two names up. Infinitel Chronicle, War of the Trees. But yeah, I put another order in for a couple friends of mine that are, friends of the wife and everything. They've come over and helped us out a few times, like watching the guinea pigs when shit happened, like when I had to go up north for a while to deal with my father's house, and the wife had to go up there too. So there was nobody here. They came over to watch the pigs. So big D&D fantasy people. They're huge into that stuff. So we got them Chris's books, man. I can't wait to hear what their reactions are going to be to it. I'm actually going to ask if they can send just like a little clip of them talking about what they thought about his book, because I will put it up on my channel for more promotion, because I don't think a lot of you independent creators get the attention that you truly do deserve. And it is a shame. But guys, make sure you check down in the links down below. A whole bunch of people's projects are down there, including Liam, of course, everything for Vinnie, Red Gaze. Miriam, I don't have her sign up in my links. I really do need to update that and put that in there. But of course, Chris is sitting down there as well. Be sure to support, share out independent creators, man, because they are toiling to do this stuff. Toiling.
Amen, brother. Yep. It's a tremendous amount of work, and like I said, all the other little things that we have to worry about at any given time as well. If the printer is doing something funky, yeah, it's tough. But hey, we love making these books. We love getting these things out in your hands as well. And just again, the reaction when people do read these, and they see what the hell we're creating, and it's a beautiful thing, man. Absolutely.
Absolutely is. I tell you what, like I said before, I didn't think anything was topping Through the Woods. And good God almighty, I was like, damn. I was like, dude. Damn. I was starting to, like, after I sat and thought about it for a while, after we got off the green room and I had time to process, and I started getting mad. I was like, fucking Vinny, where's the rest of that book?
Dude, and trust me, man, I'm trying to do that with all of my projects. I want to just give something more for everyone. Take them on a great adventure. Learn about more characters. All these kind of twists and turns. Dude, it's going to be epic. Same thing. City of Venus too. People have been waiting on that one. So yeah, I'm going to be working on it. I've been doing a little bit of work here and there already. But once fulfillment is done, I could really dive into it and start, cranking it out. But yeah, it's going to be awesome. Because again, with the issue 2 of every book on like an ongoing series, usually where I'm going to be turning it up to 11. So more action, more fun, more craziness, and more backstory as well.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris.
Absolutely, man. Chris is
amazing people we have around here. And I really want to see you guys really get what you deserve out of these projects. I once again, I keep saying you don't get enough attention for the amount of time that you put into these things. First off, I
Yeah.
mean, you got to remember, everybody, they don't have an industry behind them. Now, Walton says that shit the best. We don't have. Hold on, I got to get the Walton icon if I'm going to do this. Hold on, where is it? There it is. We don't have an industry behind us doing these things. We've got to support each other. This is your Smurfdom Menace tree storian talking to you. Be sure to back independent creators and show them the love that they deserve. Wash your hands, wash your ass, and get the barnacles off your peen. Peace.
And that's it. He's 100% correct. You know, he preaches it in a great way because it's true. We don't have anyone else to support us. We have the fans. We have the people who follow us and give us support. We don't have the mainstream. We don't have stuff like that. In fact, those people are trying to hurt us all the time. You saw when the CG shit started to begin with. What were they doing? The mainstream was trying to fight with everyone. They didn't know who we were. They only knew a handful of people at the top who happened to be dicks. They didn't know everybody. And they put a label onto every single person, which was horse shit. That's not what you do. I'm sorry. Especially if you love comic books. That the people in the mainstream showed what kind of scumbags they are. That's why, like, I saw it in the convention scene. It always drove me bananas. That's not like, I'm making my own stuff.
It was almost like some of them had made a declaration of war against anybody who was an independent artist.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, I'm sorry, the mainstream won't hire us, or they screwed us over, or like in my case, they screwed me over and traced off of my artwork. They wouldn't hire me. I was supposed to get the Spider-Man gig, and they fucked me out of it. You know, Quesada personally, because he's a piece of fucking worthless dog shit. But yeah, so we have the industry is being run into the ground by people like that. So we went ahead and did our own thing, doing independent, doing crowdfunding, and they still came over and tried to kick us. They could go fuck themselves. That's why I put out the quality I put out. And it's also to slap them really hard in the face, because any one of my projects beats the best of the best that what Marvel could put out when it comes to quality. And we're talking about paper quality as well. Everything. Marvel gives a shit if you guys are still picking up their nonsense. Super thin pages, overpriced garbage, and then nothing but agenda, political bullshit. Who wants to see your favorite characters turning, changing their sex and dude, it's so much shit that they put out there just to fucking piss us all off.
Man, when they were throwing grapes at Superman, I think that caught a lot of people's attention.
Oh, dude. I'll tell you right now, yeah, that was so horrifying and disgusting, destroying our heroes like that. Tune in tomorrow on my channel, Vinnie Art. I'm going to be hitting some topics. Ho. We're going to get into some more Disney bullshit. Actors who did some really horrible things that are actors who are in the new Doctor Strange 2 movie. Yeah, I think
long as we're not talking about the shows themselves, I've actually gotten to the point where I don't even want to discuss any of the Disney shows.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I agree with you because it's all shit. I told you, I call their wave 4, whatever it is, I call it stage 4 because it's cancer.
And what's going on, Shellback? I seen you weaking in the chat. Weak at the moon.
Holy shit! Yeah, I'll be hitting some topics tomorrow, so definitely tune in on my channel. It's around 5 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, it'll be a good one. Don't miss it.
And I think, you know what, Vinny? I mean, that's the thing that a lot of people should be talking about. Then don't even worry about how bad these shows are, because we know they're going to be horrible.
Yeah.
We already know it. The writing has been on the wall for years, and this started a long time ago. But pointing out what these actors and these other people behind the scenes are doing, the disgusting shit that they're doing, if that doesn't make you want to stay away from these companies and stop giving them attention and stop promoting them, because even when you're talking shit about them, you're still promoting them. Yeah. But when you're talking about these movies, like I know everybody in their freaking world was sitting there bashing on Menstrual Blood and Thunder. But you know what? Here's the thing. Every time you're doing that hashtag is still getting sent out there, and it's still drawing attention to that show. So people are going to be looking like, oh, wow, everybody seems to be talking about this. When it comes out, I think I'm going to have to go see it. And that's all it's doing, in my opinion, at least. That's what I think it's doing.
Oh, no, I know. I have a friend who's such a diehard. He's like, yeah, he tried to go like, oh, he named the movie. Like, that's going to be my last one. I'm like, why not earlier? Like, why are you going to still back that shit? Because, again, some people, it's like the drug addicts looking for another fix. you know. And then they go and see it, they give their money, and then they hate it. So again, why do you keep punching yourself in the face? There's better shit out there. Don't suffer with these scumbags because something's kind of pretty looking. I'll agree. I saw the trailer to Love and Thunder, and the backgrounds and shit look cool. Some of the stuff, like the CG work, looked pretty good in what they did, but the characters look like shit. The storyline's garbage, and I have no interest in it whatsoever. They can go fuck themselves. I ain't watching that. You have to pay me to go watch it. Doctor Strange was going to be my last one, but I don't think I'm going to see it at all now. That was my cutoff point, and I'm probably going to skip it anyway. I don't know. Yeah, it's pure shit. This is all pure shit what they're doing. But anyway, tomorrow I'm really going to cover some of this stuff. And something else, too, that Disney was releasing. There was a trailer that my brother showed me. I couldn't get past it because of all the shit that they put in it, all the agenda, right from the start of the fucking trailer. Oh, dude, I'm going to get into it. I also have a guest that's going to be on tomorrow, too. I haven't even spoken with this person. They contacted me on Twitter. I thought they had a pretty cool looking project. Independent guy that's not attached to anything whatsoever. So yeah, I'm going to showcase someone new, and we're going to get into some topics there. So yeah.
Awesome. I think this has been another fun stream. I'm not sure if Drew is going on tonight. Does anybody know?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, because usually he goes on at about 9:30 or so. But what's going on, Citizen 333? I'm glad you stopped in, and I see the memes of destruction is in the house as well. Good to see you guys. I know we were getting ready to just close this out in a few minutes because usually we run for a few hours, and then usually Drew is going live because we try not to run over good old Drew. Guys, another thing in case you forgot or don't remember, Drew does still have the his I keep forgetting what that's called. Give and Go. God, what the hell is that called?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. I mean, it's a lot better than using.
Is it Give, Go, Send?
Give, Send, Go. That's it. Give, Send, Go. He still has that going on, guys. I mean, he still needs a lot of help. So if you have a chance, at least share this out for him. If you can't donate, sharing it out is the easiest way to get more eyes on this so he can get the help that he needs. He's going through a lot of stuff since his mom passed away. No will, no life insurance, nothing at all to actually help him get by. So, I mean, he's worried about losing the house and everything. So if you guys can at least share that out, that's going to help him tremendously. Appreciate that so much.
Excellent. Yep.
But, you know, I think there's still a lot of good things to talk about. There's a lot of good things coming out. I mean, look at some of these figures that you showed off tonight. Holy shit. Amazing.
Dude, yeah.
And, you know, I'm still saying the Hasbro is still knocking out of the park most of the time. Now, I did hear that there was one newer figure that came out that they really dropped the ball on. And it's another one of these reviewers that they get them kind of early from Hasbro directly to review them before they even hit the shelves.
Yeah.
So I was talking to him about it. And he's like, yeah, he couldn't believe how bad they dropped the ball on this one. I said, that's a damn shame considering all the other ones. And I told him about the Perceptor one that I scored. And he's like, oh, really? He said, I've been looking for it. I couldn't find that one. But he said, that looks like a hell of a good figure. And I said, dude, it's amazing. It's an amazing looking figure.
Yeah,
so
man, I want to get that Perceptor. You son of a bitch. No.
I know,
yeah.
right?
But yeah, I'm gonna try to monetize those scumbags over at Marvel. I have a Doctor Strange that I picked up from Endgame that I never reviewed on the channel. I've had him for a while, so I'll probably end up reviewing him this week, I think, because it is a beautiful looking piece. So yeah, I'll take their fucking views. And there's a custom figure that I had done maybe 6-7 months ago, which I'm going to show as well. That's attached to that movie. But yeah, why not get topical? Maybe I get some extra eyes over on the channel. But I'm not supporting those fuckers. I'm done.
Yeah, I've been done for a very long time, and some people will say, "Oh, well, you're being a bit extreme with it." And I'm like, no, I see the writing on the wall. I seen it a long time ago. I knew where they were heading, and I just didn't want to have nothing more to do with it and refuse. And I still refuse. I will not give in. Guinea pigs do not have knees. We do not kneel.
The only thing I'm going to keep watching, and if it's that same kind of group in the team that did it, is Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man, Venom, I'm down with those because it's more Sony anyway. They're 75%, but they got to do it right. If it looks like shit, if they fuck up the stories, then I'll be out. But if they're still making good Spider-Man movies, yeah, I'm down for it. But regular MCU Disney, they can suck a dick.
I've seen that before. I'm not creative 22. I disagree. It needs to be talked about. There were many times I would think about going to see Disney films, but Geeks and Gamers in the Corner warned me of the woke movies, and I did not go to see them. It's one of those things. Here's my biggest thing with a lot of these people. Oh, no, we're still cool. I don't hold it against anybody unless you're one of the people that are talking shit about those companies. That is where I really get infuriated. If you're one of the people talking about you're fighting against woke culture and you're tired of this shit being put into the films and yet you're still talking about that trash, then you're part of the problem because you're helping to self-promote them.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You're feeding the machine, in my opinion. But if you've never talked shit about them and you decide you're going to watch it, by all means, go watch it. Enjoy what you like. But all I'm saying is if you're one of the people that are sitting there supporting them and then getting upset about what they're doing, don't say a damn word about it. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. You want to enjoy it and on your own? Great. Good for you. But yeah, don't go preaching about it.
Absolutely. Practice what you preach.
Yeah, and then because I'm sorry, we saw that with the Frog as well. So against everything that they were doing with the Star Wars movies. They came to the last one. He went all out, got his R2D2 popcorn first row, jerking off, wearing his fucking his Raylo shirts. Please, that's somebody who truly enjoyed those movies, and then went on air and bitched about them. Frog it.
Not only that, but all the figures that he bought I'm destroying them. Yeah, but you're still giving them money, so you still help support them. No matter how you try to slice that, you still help them.
Yeah, while committing a hate crime.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be a hypocrite. That's all there is to it. And I know there's a lot of people in the community, a lot of people I talk to all the time, and they say that they watch that stuff. And I was like, hey man, if you want to watch it, that's great. Just go ahead and watch it. Just don't be a hypocrite and don't talk shit about it. Yeah.
Well, same deal happened too. Like the Mandalorian shit. Like I was down for it. I like what they were doing. And then as soon as I heard what Pedro is and what he was fucking he was preaching for, I'm out. I'm not supporting their shit because I was gonna get the other Hot Toys Mandalorian, the one with the Bespin armor and all that shit. Or not Bespin. I'm sorry. The upgraded armor that he had, like in the second season. I was going to get that, and I decided not to after he made his stupid fucking comments, and then he started supporting a kitty diddler that Rittenhouse shot. I'm like, well, he can go fuck himself. I'm not buying the product. Eat a dick.
Yeah, Shellback, once again, I don't have to point out anything good about that company because as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing good about that company. They could rot in hell for all I care.
Disney? They will.
Yeah. Oh, they could burn all the way to the ground. I do not care about them.
Yeah, because I'm going to hit a topic too that it's probably going to infuriate you even more. But if I don't cover everything on Friday, we will sure as shit go more in depth on Sunday about it. Because there's something Disney did super horrible to one of their stars back when Walt was still around, and yeah, we'll be covering that as well at some point this week.
Oh, I agree, Lasso. If you celebrated DeSantis dropping the hammer on Disney, then why would you turn around and watch their shows?
Yep. I'm with you.
Guys, once again, be sure to stop by tomorrow for Vinnie. Vinnie, you want to talk about what you got coming up for Friday and Sunday? Give them a little bit of taste of the Vinnie power that is coming.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be taking some good shots at Disney. We're gonna talk about some really disgusting fucking things that they did and people that they hired. I'm going to be showcasing another creator, and we'll have again what I'm not able to cover on Friday. We'll finish off on Sunday, and we might hit some other cool shit too. I might show off some other figures or things that are going to be coming out soon or later this year. And I don't know. Well, we'll have fun. So it'll be a good
I think that one's for you.
Only if Kermit's found in New Jersey behind a pizzeria.
Yeah, the water in Jersey makes the frogs gay.
Turning tricks.
Military
Never drink water in Jersey. Turns all the frogs gay.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it every time you guys come out. Every single one of you, Papa Cotton, Citizen 333, I'm Not Creative 22. Awesome one. Shellback, Lasso of Truth, Memes of Destruction. God, who else came through? Chris Fisk, of course. Chris was in here. Who am I missing? I know Tina Bojan was in the house as well. Trying to go back through this. Frankie, of course, was here. Nelson the Gentleman, Gap Stargate, of course, was dropping all those links earlier. Thank you so much for that, buddy. Author Stephen Walton had swung through the house on his way to the trees. Soul Assassin in the house. Good buddy. He's been hanging around the channel for a long time. I appreciate that. Keely Chow, of course, was in the house as well. Did I get everybody? Snow Dub. Snow Dub was in the house. Thank you guys so much for coming. Darius was also
George Lucas.
Oh, yeah. George Lucas had popped in for a while.
Hi, George.
Harrison loves George. Chaos Hoy was also in the house, and I know there was a few other people. Clown World Reviews. Tony was in the house. Guys, make sure to stop by every Tuesday on Clown World Reviews to catch a Monday night retrospective. But anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for doing exactly what it is that you do, coming out and supporting independent creators of all sorts. Everybody who makes the videos that you love to watch, everybody talks about the things that you love to see, and all the people like Vinnie and all the other creators like Red Gaze and Chris Fisk, Nerium Noah, and so many others, Adega Outlaw, even the author Stephen Walton writing, all these people that are trying to create stuff that you can enjoy, something that is away from the garbage that we're getting from the mainstream media, because that is what it's all about. So remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll catch you guys next time. Later, y'all.
Peace.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi, Coast Casino.
Hey, welcome to Sporking News Podcast. My name is Scott.
I'm E. Temple Queen of the Place to Be Reviews.
I am the Patriot, True Taylor, aka Supreme Heretic.
The Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter.
What up, what up, what up?
Yeah, I'm Vinnie Tartamella. I'm the creator of Through the Woods.
The voice of Immortal Coil.
Oh, hey, I am the Ghost Bear.
What's going on, Tommy? And get anybody to like this?
Yeah, I'm Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast.
Tony, Death, rockin'.
Hey, we have a lot of cool things over there. I do some magic tricks.
Hi, guys. Try to stay here.
My name is Monkey Knight.